Yo, what's good boys? Wavy here. Today, I'm going to be giving you my top 5 tips and tricks for beginners on keyboard and mouse, so you can go from playing like this to this. Wow! Nonetheless, let's get into it. Alright boys, so my first tip is before you even consider queuing into a match on keyboard and mouse, you're going to need to find your settings. Finding your settings and sticking to them is already going to set you up for so much success. Now, you could just find a decent keyboard and mouse settings guide and follow the keybinds and sensitivity. But in my opinion, you should watch a few more guides until you find the keybinds that work the best for you and a decent sense. But if you want to further upgrade your sense, you can optimize them by moving your mouse as far as you want in your desired mouse space. Now, your Fortnite character should spin approximately 1.5 times. If it's more than that, decrease your sensitivity. If it's less than that, increase it. Repeat until your character spins approximately 1.5 times. Once you've completed these steps, you are good to go and you're ready to start your keyboard and mouse journey. My second tip of this video is to stay consistent. In my opinion, this is one of the more underrated keyboard and mouse tips because it's just so important, but no one recognizes that. The reason this is so important is that if you play for hours on end for one day, but then don't touch the game the next day, your muscle memory will just fade because your brain doesn't recognize you're doing something for a while, especially when you're just starting. It'll think it's useless information and you'll be back to where you were on day 1, which means all those hours were spent for nothing. This will not only demotivate you, but burn you out in the long run and make you want to switch back to controller or quit Fortnite entirely. This is why I strongly recommend you play for enough hours a day that you feel like you can be consistent, you can improve without being burnt out. Currently, I'm averaging 2 hours a day on Fortnite. This makes me not feel burnt out, but motivates me to improve and make sure I'm using my time on Fortnite the right way. My third tip is to make a solid warm-up routine. Now you might be wondering, Wavia, why is a warm-up routine so important? Well, just like in any sport, warming up before you get into competitive games is crucial because it gets your fingers and reflexes ready, it sharpens your aim, and lets you build and retain your muscle memory. Without a good warm-up, you're likely going to miss more shots, mess up your build, and just overall be a bit of a bog. If you don't warm up, you might feel slow, and especially in tight scenarios, you might just choke under pressure and forget everything you've learned. But with a solid warm-up routine, you'll be ready to cook anyone and have the edge on anyone who doesn't have one already. Now here's a simple warm-up routine that I use that might help you out a ton. First, practice your aim in a map like Scavok's Aim Trainer. This will improve your aim so you can laser people just like Peterbot. I recommend focusing on tracking and aim duels. After about 10 minutes, I then recommend you to practice your piece control in Raiders Box Fight map V2 for another 10 minutes. Focus on crosshair placement and shotgun aim. And after that, do a bit of free building in your favorite creative 1v1 map and focus on crosshair placement and not missing your edits. Also try learn some very simple retakes. With this warm-up, you should improve a ton in just 1 week and become a beast in ranked and cook anyone who tries to stop you. My fourth tip might come as a bit of a surprise, but hear me out. Play with your friends. I know some of you are probably thinking, wait, shouldn't I be grinding by myself to get better? Well, yes, but hear me out. It's super easy to get caught up just playing by yourself all the time and not being social, especially when you're focused on just improving. But playing with your friends can actually make you improve faster. Why, you may wonder? Because it keeps the grinding fun and exciting, so you'll play for longer and enjoy it more. Now, I'm not saying you should just play with anyone. You don't want to play with friends who are just going to carry you through the games. That's not going to help you improve. But if you're playing with people who are around your skill level or a tiny bit better, it's a win-win. Play games like 1v1s, meme box fights, or run some reload squads. These are all great ways to push yourself while still keeping the vibe chill and having some fun with the boys. The key is enjoying the game while still improving. When you grind by yourself, it can sometimes feel like a chore and you might even burn out and quit. But when you've got friends to share the experience with, the grind feels way less tedious, and hey, you could even encourage them to switch to keyboard and mouse as well. Progressing together is way more fun and rewarding by doing it by yourself. Remember, Fortnite is meant to be a fun game. If you're not enjoying your time, what's the point of grinding? Play with friends to keep things fresh, fun, and enjoyable. And try to convince them to make the switch with you to make your time on keyboard and mouse a lot more enjoyable. Alright, for my fifth and final tip, watch pros and content creators. If you want to improve fast, one of the best ways to do it is studying the top players. Pros like Peterbot, Clicks, Booger, and Poyo have mastered the game, and watching them play can teach you so much more than playing can ever teach you. But don't just watch for entertainment, watch to learn. Focus on how they approach fights, how they rotate, how they build, use their resources, look at their decision making, when do they push, when do they play defensive. These little moments are what set the pros apart. For example, Clicks is known for his insane editing speed, but what makes him so dangerous is his ability to make quick decisions under pressure. That's something you can apply directly to your own gameplay. Also, pay attention to any tricks or techniques. Pros are always innovating, and you can pick up faster edits, smoother builds, and smarter strategies you would have never thought of if you didn't watch them. Watch how they handle high pressure scenarios such as tight endgames or max pull zones, and learn how to do the same when you're in those moments. And it's not just about the big names. Content creators like me share strategies and tips and tricks to help you improve. We often explain the reasoning behind our moves so you can take those ideas and apply them to your own gameplay. The bottom line is, watching pros and content creators is a great way to increase your progress. The more you watch and learn, the faster you improve your skill and get better at Fortnite. Well, there you have it. That's the video done and dusted. Hopefully I helped you in one way or another. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.